Hey YouTube, this is going to be a transitioning series, and this first part is going to be strictly about building your regimen. So, whether if you want to use all natural products, if you want to use products that are not all natural, if you want to use products that's in between, that's totally up to you. So, now, what you want to have in your regimen, this is the most basic regimen you can have. This other stuff you can add to your regimen, but I'm going to leave those extra stuff in the description box so you can go through it. So, first thing you're going to need is shampoo. Now, some people can use sulfates. Sulfates is just what makes the shampoo suds up, make all that sudsy stuff, and that can be really drying to your hair. Like my hair, I can't take sulfates, but some people can. That's totally up to you if you want to use sulfates, but you're gonna need to shampoo. So I would recommend you use a moisturizing shampoo. This is a shampoo. It's sulfate free. This is probably the best sulfate free shampoo I ever used. I got it from a local beauty supply store. It's Cream of Nature Argan Oil, moisturizing and shine shampoo, and it was, what's the price? It was $4.99. So you're gonna want your moisturizing shampoo just to get that moisture back into your hair, and also you want it to just clean your scalp. Say if you have more oily hair, say your hair is thinner and you have like really oily hair, you can use something that's more clarifying, and it can still be sulfate free if you want. If you want to use sulfates, that's fine too, but I recommend you not starting off with sulfates. So then after shampoo, you're going to need a deep conditioner. Now, you're going to need a protein deep conditioner, and you're going to need a moisturizing deep conditioner. Now, a lot of people ask, how do you tell the difference between a moisturizing deep conditioner and a protein? First of all, this is a protein deep conditioner. See, and this is a moisturizing deep conditioner. Now, the reason they're deep conditioners because they say to leave in your hair from 10 to 15 minutes, or depending on the product, but it's more than the usual rinse out conditioner that will say leave in your hair for 2 to 3 minutes. So a rinse out conditioner like this, on the directions, I'm going to read you right now, it says leave for 1 to 3 minutes. Now, deep conditioner, it says, this one is a moisturizer one, it says on the directions, for dry, extremely dry hair, cover with shower cap and leave for 20 minutes. See, and this one says leave in for 5 to 20 minutes. So these are deep conditioners. That's a regular rinse-out conditioner. Now, a moisturizing conditioner, on the bottle, it's going to say like this one. It says hydrating, intensive moisture. And on the ingredients list, it's going to have like cetyl alcohol. I know that brings moisture to your hair. It's going to have like glycerin. It's going to have a bunch of oils and things like that. Now, a protein-based deep conditioner is going to say repair, intensive, renewing, rebuilding, things like that. See, it says strengthens and repairs, intensive healing mask. So on the ingredients list, it's going to have any type of protein. This one has keratin, hydrolyzed keratin protein. It could have silk amino acid. Is that a protein? It's sort of like protein. It can have wheat protein, wheat germ protein, things like that. So that's how you know it's gonna be a protein-based deep conditioner. So after you shampoo, let this sit in. You know, you can use heat if you want, or you can use your own body heat by just, what you do is put it like a plastic cap or a grocery bag on your head, tie it down, and put a scarf on it, and let just your body heat, you know, bring heat to your hair. So you shampooed, you have your shampoo, you have your deep conditioner. Now you're gonna want a leave-in. So these two steps right here, the moisturize and seal, the moisturizing part is a leave-in. So you're gonna want a water-based leave-in. How do you know it's a water-based leave-in? What you do is you just look at the ingredients list, say like this. The curl enhances smooth. The first ingredient is going to be water. That's it. That's how you know it's a moisturizing leave-in. And depending on the thickness of your hair or the density of your hair, you can have a thick leave-in or you can have a more watery leave-in. It just depends on your hair. I prefer thicker leave-ins all year round. So you're going to put moisture in your hair by adding a leave-in, and then you're going to seal that moisture in with an oil or butter. So you can use, there's just tons of oils out there that you can use. One example is coconut oil. Now coconut oil is an oil that it penetrates your hair shaft, so it is moisturizing and strengthening, because other oils don't seep in deep into your hair shaft. A lot of people think that oils are moisturizing. It's not. The most moisturizing thing you can put in your hair is water. So even if, say, even if you don't have a leave-in, you can just use water and oil. That's when I was transitioning and I had a lot more relaxed ends. What I would do is just use a spray bottle. I would add water in it and oil, shake it up and spray it in my hair and twist it. And then I just moisturized and sealed in one step. But that's when my relaxed ends was a lot thinner than my natural hair. So I was able to do that, but now I need thicker products for my hair. And so you can just use water also if you're feeling lazy, and put an oil or butter on top. There's other oils that are penetrating, but most oils just like lubricate your hair and seal in that moisture that you just put in by deep conditioning and your leave-in conditioner. So you can use an oil or you can use a butter. I like using butters because it keeps my hair moisturized a lot longer. This right here is shea butter. You can make your own mixtures of shea butter. There's a ton of tutorials here on YouTube. Mine is just shea butter and coconut oil. That's it. Nothing fancy. But yeah, you can find this online. You can find it on the ground. I will put more information about shea butter and where you can purchase it in the description box. So another thing that's optional is stylers. Now, by stylers, I mean like pomades, gel, to slick back your edges. You're transitioning, you can't really, but you can use like something that's curl enhancing just to set style, any styler that has any type of hold. So that's the most basic things you can have in your regimen, and it's not a lot of stuff. All it is shampoo, deep conditioner, leave-in, an oil and butter, and a styler. Just 5 things you need to look for when you're starting your regimen. So you can wash your hair up to, I wash my hair every week. I usually just wash my scalp, and if I need to clarify, build up, and things like that, I wash my whole entire hair. But yeah, that's basically all you need to start off your regimen. It's really simple. There's other stuff you can add on to your regimen. Once again, I said I'm going to leave that in the description box. Now, I'm not saying for you to go and buy all the things I just mentioned, because some of the things I just showed you don't work for my hair. But this is the point in your journey where you need to go out and experiment with products and stuff like that. It's really going to be a hit and miss, because what works for my hair, if you haven't heard it before, what works for my hair might not work for you. But if you are interested in the products that I do use, I have a video on that already. The link will be in the description box below. And but yeah, you just need to explore. This could be the fun part, just exploring, using new products on your hair and things like that. But also, you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive products either. Most of the products I use are below $10. And if it's 8 ounces and it's $10, I won't buy it, because I will go through that in weeks. So you don't have to go buy the most expensive products, and going natural doesn't have to break your bank. You can also make your own deep conditioners. I know I do whenever I'm running low. I'll just mix a regular like rinse out conditioner, mix it with some oils. You can add honey, you can add humectants like vegetable glycerin, you can add, did I say oils? Yeah, you can add your oils and let it sit in your hair. Now, one thing people think that products make your hair grow. They do not. What they do is maintain your hair. As long as you breathing and living and you have a heartbeat, your hair will grow. Your hair grows every day. The average a person's hair grows is one fourth of an inch to half an inch each month. Some people's hair grows faster than others. Some people grow slower. But your hair is growing, regardless how fast or slow your hair is growing out. So don't be discouraged when you think, your hair is not growing. Not only that, what people tend to miss is, since your hair is growing basically every day, what you need to do is retain your length. So you don't want to have split ends and things like that, and you don't want your hair to be breaking off. And that's what the product's for, to maintain your hair so you can retain that length that you're growing every day. So it is important to trim and things like that. But I just wanted to tell you, that's the most basic things you can have in your regimen. It's really simple. I know when I first started, I was see other people's regimen and I'm like, that is way too much. And I'm a very low maintenance person. I'm like, that's way too much. Made me not even want to transition, because I'm thinking I have to do all that to my hair, and there's a set schedule and things like that. But in all the regimens, this is the most basic products they have. So now you have a starting point on where to start your regimen. So I hope this helps. This is going to be a whole series. Stay tuned for part 2.